Why Daenerys Targaryen will win the Iron Throne and Jon will be sacrificed. Let's start with the vision. Looking back at the vision, when she was in the House of Undying, she was walking onto a snow-covered red keep where the Iron Throne lay. Everything seemed demolished as if someone had come and conquered it. Moving to the last episode of Season 7, the Night's King has broken through the wall. He has a flying dragon now, Viserion, and therefore can make it to King's Landing and wreak some havoc. Although visions should not be taken at face value, the snow-covered Iron Throne could mean that the Night's King came to King's Landing and destroyed it and Dany is there in the aftermath trying to fix everything. Instead of staying and taking the Iron Throne, she goes and defends Westeros from the White Walker threat. Some might say, oh well, Dany reiterated what the witch told her about having another child and that after having that child she will join Drogo and her stillborn, meaning she will die in childbirth. But, what got her out of the vision were her dragons. So that might mean that she may approach death, but be saved thanks to her dragons or another dragon, Jon. After the vision, when we look at what happens, the warlock tries to keep her captive, but the dragons save her. I think Jon will protect Dany and sacrifice his life in order to save her, for he is now Aegon, a dragon, who was meant to save the mother of dragons. Looking at the interview George Martin gave, he said anyone can be Azor Ahai. The character or the image is genderless. So, to peg a man to be Azor Ahai is not at all what the author intended. I believe no one is Azor Ahai, but the idea that sacrifice is needed to stop the Night's King is real, therefore Jon will be the one to die. Here's why. Jon is not as good leader. If we look back at the Battle of the Bastards, Jon literally made the worst mistake possible and almost got his whole army killed. He allowed Ramsay Bolton to lure him into the center of the battlefield to rescue Rickon Stark. His emotional move led his army to getting destroyed by Ramsay's archers and cavalry, with Jon's archers unable to hit because they're all the way on the other side. Had it not been for Sansa and Littlefinger, everyone would have been slaughtered. Looking back at when Jon died, he was betrayed by his own men. He died because he was an ineffective leader. He almost died at the Battle of the Bastards, and had Dany not come in to save him with the White Walkers and the Night's King, he also would have died. It seems he just keeps putting himself in danger, ready to die. How can someone like that be not only a leader, but also a king of Westeros? It doesn't make any sense. It seems his purpose is not to be the king and win the Iron Throne, rather to impregnate Dany, save her, and die for her. It seems the common thing to do when men fall for Dany. They pledge their lives to her and end up willing to sacrifice themselves or die for her. Examples are Drogo, Jorah, Dario, Tyrion, and now it will be Jonathan. It seems like the most logical step for Jon, who keeps almost dying, to die specifically to protect Dany. That could be the reason why he was resurrected along with the child that Dany thought she could never have. Another reason Jon may be meant to be sacrificed is, Jon's entire purpose thus far has been to raise awareness and fight the White Walker threat. From the first season up until now, Jon has been obsessed with White Walkers and the Night's King. Similar to Bran, he has now molded his identity around the White Walkers. He achieved what he did because of the White Walkers. If they all die, and the Night's King is defeated, then what would be the purpose for Jon to stick around? Bran is the three-eyed Draven, he can still exist past the end of the White Walkers. However, Jon may not be so lucky. His character has not really grown or shown any change in terms of outside of the Walker threat. Dany has changed and evolved, she still is. So why would the decision be to keep a fairly useless character at the point who hasn't really evolved much, with someone who has evolved greatly? Anyway, these are just my reasons. The ending could be Dany dying and Jon becoming the leader that was promised. Who knows? I welcome your thoughts and I ask that you provide your own theories in the comments section below and tell me why you think Dani will survive, why you think Jon will survive, why you think both will survive, or why you think neither will survive.